Thanks for staying with us. As Port St. Lucie's economy picks up, things are getting better, and people are looking at investing in real estate again. So there's a special event planned, the Treasure Coast Real Estate Expo out at the Civic Center coming soon. We're going to talk about that today with Laura O'Brien. Your title is
Hospitality
Manager at the Civic Center, and Tim Fuller.
I'm a customer service specialist.
Customer service specialist. Well, thank you both for joining us today.
Sure.
Good to have you here. We'll start with Laura, the Treasure Coast Real Estate Expo. This is the second one the city has held.
Yes, it is.
And when is this going to be?
Yes, it's Saturday, September 20th. Starts at 11 in the morning and goes till 4 in the afternoon.
Okay, and this is where you're bringing in people who are specialists in the industry?
We have all sorts of real estate industry professionals in the building that day. Everything from real estate agents, lenders, attorneys. You might want to help me here. We have so many different...
A variety, you know, appraisers, inspectors.
Insurance.
We'll have insurance professionals there, and plus some new areas we're going into with some... for people that are in the transition mode, assisted living communities and also rental communities.
So kind of anything, if somebody is considering a move or something like that, whether you're buying, renting, whatever it's going to be, there'll be people here who can answer questions about that. And this whole event is open to the public.
Correct. Just free to the public.
And it's free. That's the best part of all. All right, so let's talk about, so real estate agents obviously could tell you about that. But it was interesting, a couple of the other subjects you mentioned. Assisted living, what's that all about?
Assisted living is for people that are making the transition where they've sort of outgrown the ability to stay in their residence and keep it up and everything else. Assisted living communities are one of the next steps to go to, or you know, moving in with somebody or doing things like that. But assisted living is a very strong community effort here, and there's a lot of availability here on the Treasure Coast.
What a great idea. That segment of the market might typically be overlooked in something like this.
Usually are.
Usually are.
Right.
But people have that need, and there's got to be somebody out there who can answer the questions. There are always complications.
Right.
What a fantastic idea. We do have a lot of retired people and senior citizens in this town, so I'm sure they would appreciate that very much.
Right, that, and we'll also have people there to talk about people that are having issues, okay, on getting a place to live or retaining a place to live. There'll be people there to discuss those things with them also, so from the attorneys all the way through people that are specialists in helping you downsize and right-size your investment in real estate.
And so where did the idea for this come from, Laura? How did the city start this program?
Well, there have been other real estate expos in larger communities in our state of Florida, and so far away that we felt that we needed to bring one here. So last year was our first one back in June, and we decided that it was so successful for the exhibitors that attended. They were really speaking with people that wanted the information. So everyone they spoke with, you know, was a serious, you know, business lead for them. And also they were able to provide a wealth of information for anybody just casually looking to ask the questions and not be under the gun to purchase. So this was a great event to bring to the public. We feel that the city is in need of this information give and take. And so we've decided to have it at least once a year since that success last year.
It makes a lot of sense because we were the fastest growing city in America a few years back during the boom, 2005-06, and everything slowed down and crashed again. But as things are lining up, the growth is beginning again. We've got requests for more building permits than ever, and people are on the move again.
Yes,
so you've got a whole sea of people out there, of residents, who need this kind of information. So you're kind of ahead of the curve on that, and this growth should continue as Port St. Lucie grows and gets bigger, eventually up to probably 400,000 people. It's going to be a lot of people with a lot of questions. So it's good to know that we're ahead of the curve out there and making something available to help that, because it does stimulate movement and economic growth and that kind of thing. So Tim, you were involved in a sales career yourself. The vendors who will be there, this is also good for them because it's good for their business.
Yes, because what they're going to be receiving is a whole bunch of people that are geared toward doing something with real estate. What that is, you won't know until they get there. But the whole thing is that where else can you get hundreds of people coming in a 4-hour period asking about buying, selling, renting property.
That kind of foot traffic is good for any business.
Yeah. And for the smaller businesses, which we urge, and there's still some spaces available, we urge the smaller business, the local inspectors and insurance people and things like that. Definitely, it's the market for you, because you get an awful lot for a very small amount to be a exhibitor.
And will you have more than one kind of each exhibitor? For example, would there be more than one real estate
Right.
agent
What
or
it
company?
is that we're looking to have 10 or so real estate people, 5 to 7 insurance agency type people, 3 or 4 of the assisted living, and we'll have a wide variety so that you can get, it's not just it's only one person's opinion. And we're going to have a series of speakers that will be talking on insurance, legal, real estate, what's going on. We'll have 3 realtors talking on the state of the market, whether it be one will talk about short sales, one will talk about just standard, here's what we're doing. Another one may be talking about rent to own and things like that. And so there's a bunch of different things that will go on during the day to keep everybody informed.
Well, with the different companies there, you're creating some competition. So it's a little
course.
different than walking into one particular office, making an appointment for that day, whether it's a mortgage broker or a real estate agent.
Right.
Here you can kind of say, well, I don't like what's going on, I'm going to move over to that table over there. And so the
Well,
vendors there are going to have to keep that in mind.
Yes, they will. But the nice thing about that is they're still basically almost pre-qualified leads, which is hard to find in the sales business.
Right. You get all these people that are coming because they're interested in the
Right.
subject in the first place.
Everybody's not just going to drop by because it's open.
Right.
They're going to drop by because they want to know something.
Yeah. And so then also you said there will be people up giving talks about some of the stuff, and attorneys there actually too, so you can actually check in quick with an attorney on
Right.
ideas. Fantastic. A lot of ground to cover.
It's a lot of information, okay? But you won't get overloaded on it.
Yeah, excellent. Laura, tell us the date and time of this again.
That was Saturday, September 20th, 11 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon.
What phone number can they call if they have any questions?
If you have any questions, the number is 772-807-4488.
Well, great. Laura O'Brien and Tim Fuller, both with the City Civic Center. Appreciate your time being here, and we'll have a good, successful event. Hopefully it'll grow each year, bigger than last year's event. It's still in the new stages, but you've thought of everything.
We hope.
Anybody who's got any interest in this at all, if somebody's contemplating some kind of a move or investment, this is the place to go and find out some information, all for free. Fantastic.
Definitely.
Appreciate
Thank
it very
you, Ed.
much.
We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Thanks.
All right. And we'll be back after this quick message, so stay with us.